Hello and welcome to a little tour of the Sunset Harbour Club complex, also known as Pueblo Torviscas as well. So I'm going to take you inside, have a little look around the complex, and then at the end of the video I'm going to show you my apartment, which is a one-bedroomed if you're interested, and I booked through Diamond Resorts, so it's one of the renovated ones. So just to give you a bit of background information, I'm staying here with my family. So there's my husband and my 3 children who are 12, 4 and 11 months old. So that just gives you an idea of obviously who we are and who this is catering to. So obviously your entrance is here. There are a couple of other ones, I think. I know of one, I don't know if there's another one, which I will show you the one I know of. So what you need to do is, when this gate's locked, in the day it's mainly open, but when it's locked, come along over here. You've got your card, which you'll get from reception. Just pop it on there, gates will open, and in we are already. So there's a little courtyard here, and then the reception is here. So we're going to go in here first. Just take you quickly through. So that's where you check in there. Bit of a waiting area. I'm just going to zoom out a little bit so you can see. Here's the luggage storage room, so if you need to leave your luggage, we've used it plenty of times and it's fine. Book swap, toilets. Here's the activities programme, so there's all sorts on this week. So today is Wednesday and it's July the what day are we on today? I'm rubbish, aren't I? We're at the end of July anyway. You might not be able to see with the reflection, but it gives you an idea of like the different activities for the kids in the day, and then there's some specials on in the restaurant this evening. So there's one for every day on there. So what I did earlier today is I filmed the pool areas whilst there was nobody around. So I will insert the main pool now so that you can see it properly. I'll put that video in now. I've just got our beds here. So put the towels down, go and get the kids sorted and come back. As long as you're back within the hour, it's fine. But this is the pool area. This one is heated and it's a slope in here, steps over there, and a slope there, and steps here. I think the other pool is steps at both sides. So it's sloped in this way, and there is wheelchair access there as well in that section. Swim up bar there and get drinks and stuff and ice creams. It's lovely. Okay, so this is one of the restaurants here. This is the clubhouse. Oh no, that's the clubhouse. This is the pool side, sorry, pool side. Here's your menu. Give you an idea of the prices. And I think it's open till 7 PM. It used to be open later, but it's changed and I think it's open till 7. And then this is the clubhouse. Get it right this time. There's your menu on there, give you an idea of prices on there. I'm not entirely sure of the hours of this one, but I know they do breakfast and everything, so definitely worth checking out. So we're going to go through this way, and you'll notice there's recycling dotted about everywhere for you to be able to bring your rubbish down from your apartments. So you will notice as well that on the different blocks they've got a letter. So this one's block G, and you've then got different levels. So they'll tell you at reception, obviously, when you check in, which one you're located in. So if you're on the ground floor, you'd have block G0 and then your room number, which would be like 1, 2 or 3. So you might be block G, so your room would be G02 or G01. If you were on the first floor, you'd be like G11. A little bit confusing when we first came. We've been here 3 times now, and I couldn't quite grasp it at the beginning. I was getting really confused, but now we obviously understand. So this here is the Terrace bar, so it's changed. It used to be like an outdoor bar here. There's now new owners and they do breakfast and lunch and things like that. And they've got different offers on. And I know on the Facebook group, if you're on it, somebody did post pictures of the menu, but it's closed now, so I can't show you the menu. I'm not sure what times, again, I'm not sure what times that's open. There's different specials and stuff, but it is open in the day, so you can obviously come and get drinks in the day and stuff like that. Toilets here for by the pool. Up that way there's lots of other apartments. I'm not going to walk around there because that's all there is up there, the apartments. This is the quieter pool, so I'm going to now insert the video I did this morning where it's quiet. Okay, so at the time of filming this, it's 5 to 9 in the morning, so it is a bit overcast, because it does tend to be a bit overcast here in the mornings anyway. And I thought I'd film the top pool, which is like known as like the quiet pool. And here it is without anybody on it yet, except a cat on the lounger over there, if you can see it. So they're just finishing cleaning this area up, and then the attendant will start allocating the beds at 9 AM. So the way that it works is that you have to queue up by 11 o'clock every morning for, well, you can do it every 2 days really, and the receptionist will explain to you when you check in, but just before 11 o'clock you need to queue up where the pool attendant is, and you'll see everybody else queuing, so you'll know where to go, and they will allocate you beds for the next day and then the day after that as well, and that is the maximum you can book, so only 2 days in advance. So it's definitely worth doing, because obviously then you're guaranteed a sunbed. If you don't do that, you won't get a bed. Every single bed is booked up every day, especially during the busy times. But anyway, this is the top pool here. I think this one, I'm not sure if this one's heated. I need to go in and check. But it's very nice, and then, well, it looks very nice. And then here's your baby pool here. Here's a closer view of the baby pool. Okay, and now we're going to move on round here to the little supermarket, mini market Sun. It's brilliant. They do food, like hot food as well. So just to give you an idea, they do these takeaway options: lasagna, pizza, chicken nuggets and fries. And there's the prices on there. And they do all sorts of stuff for the pool. You can't use inflatables in the pool, but it's a great little shop to be able to just access. And when it's closed, there is a vending machine outside that you can use all day and all night. Basically, it's always open, the vending machine, if you need it. So I'm just going to take you up to where the little kids area is. It's a little play park. It's not great, because I'll be honest with you, like, I find that it's in the sun majority of the time, so it's really hot. You know, the slide is metal, so it's really hot. I think there is a table tennis table as well, so maybe that's useful for some of the older kids. And here they can play, I think it's called Batank, not quite sure. That's here. Yeah, so there's a table tennis table in there and the little park just behind, but like I say, it's mainly just slides and it's really hot. So my kids haven't been in there today because well, any of the days. It's just been too hot. Okay, and then at the top here is another entrance or exit. So you can just push the button to get out. I'm not going to go out, but I'm going to explain where we are in case you haven't got your bearings. So just up there is Sunset Bay. If you've ever heard of it or stayed there, they've got like a square, loads of bars and restaurants in there. We haven't been purely because we've got the kids and our 4-year-old's a little bit boisterous, so we didn't really want to go in there and feel too enclosed, but I have seen other vlogs of it and it does look quite good. So when the kids get a bit older, I think we'd like to give it a try. So that's where we are, and I think the land train goes from that corner there. So if you're looking for that spot, it's just over there, or the Wally Wagon as some people call it. Okay, so let's head back down. I'm going to take you back down to where I came in before and just show you around that area. Here's a nice view up here. It's absolutely glorious. It was quite cold this morning. Well, not cold, but overcast this morning, but it's absolutely roasting. I think it was 27 degrees in reception earlier as I was going back up to the room from the pool. I had to nip into reception for something and it was 27 on the thermometer there. It's hot. Not complaining, it's lovely. So there's more recycling bins and points there, and you'll notice actually around that there are mobility scooters that people have parked up. And I'd say that this year that we've been, like I say, we've been twice before, different years. This year I've seen the most scooters in this hotel or apartments, but also out and about. I just find it's becoming even more popular every year that we come, and you've just got to be mindful because they will whiz past you a bit like the scooters that they ride on. The mobility scooters, they can go quite fast, and like I say, people are just whizzing past you when they've got children on the back and stuff, and they'll like just skim you. It's really strange. Don't know if people are just drinking and driving or what. So here there's a little tent, gazebo where they do some of the massages outside. Obviously it closes up for some privacy there, but I believe she's been doing them inside, and I'm not quite sure where the room is actually. I think it's near reception. I did hear her around the pool the other day saying that she's been indoors because it's been so hot, which is a good idea. Okay, so they've got a darts board here for when they do any of the games with the animation team, and then they've got pool tables here, which are always popular being used, and it is €2 coins that you need for that. A couple of these grabber machines for the kids, one of the punch bag machines, and then like I say, the scooters. So people can park them up here and charge them here, and you do have to pay for it. So an hour's charge is €1. So if you are hiring a scooter, you can park it up there. And then this is the little kids club thing. My kids haven't been in, so I'm not too familiar with it, but it's in here. And then, oh, there's the gym. That's where it is. I have seen it when we've gone down to the courtesy room before. So when you go down there, I'm not going to go down now because I don't want to get lost. It's been a couple of years since we used the courtesy room. It is next to the gym, and it's really handy. There's showers in there. It was really clean. So if you are thinking of using it on your checkout day, absolutely would. It's obviously free. and it saves you money keeping your room on later, because that can be very expensive, can't it? So yeah, we've done it before and it was no problem at all. Stored our luggage in that room like before. It wasn't an issue. And then this leads us back to the little courtyard area where we came in before, and it is no smoking by the pool, so there are designated smoking areas. You will see them dotted about with ashtrays, like here, this one here. So it's clear where you can smoke, and there's loads of them by the pool and stuff like that, so that you're not smoking at the pool area. Okay, so I know it's a quick tour, but I will now show you my apartment if you're interested. Like I say, I've booked through Diamond Resorts, through booking.com 3 times. I've done it, never had an issue, and the staff here are so helpful, so friendly. If I've ever needed to ask anything in advance, I've emailed the hotel directly. Easy to find if you look online for the actual official email address, and they've been so accommodating. But I will show you the room, and then I'll show you what they also gave to us whilst we were in there, which I requested. Okay, so I'm now in the apartment, and it's a quick costume change for me because it's actually the next day. We are actually going home tomorrow, so I just wanted to make sure the apartment was as tidy as it could be, really. We've not had the housekeeping in for the past few days, so excuse any mess as we go around. So I'll just quickly spin the camera around. So when we enter the apartment, you've got a full length mirror here. So that's on this wall, and then I think we'll go left first. So in here, you've got your bathroom. So you've got a big walk-in shower, vanity sink there with mirror, and this bit's like a magnifying mirror, and it does de-steam. It's like heated inside, so it de-steams a section once you've had your shower, so that's really good. In here you do get some hand soap and a moisturiser, tissues, and then within the shower you get like a shampoo and shower gel on the wall, so if you do forget your stuff in an emergency or whatever you want to use, there is some here. Obviously toilet there, but if you have got like young children who need a bath, obviously these renovated rooms don't have one. So if you've got a baby, you can buy those inflatable baths that you can take away with you, something like that. But for us, we've just been taking our baby in the shower with us and just showering them, and then obviously they're done and dusted then. So that's the bathroom. So we're going to come back out of here. I'm going to switch a light on actually. Okay, so in here now, this is a wardrobe. So there's loads of space for storage for clothes. So you've got lots of hangers there. Automatic lights come on. You've got an ironing board and an iron in there. And then I think that's like a spare duvet for the winter months, but that's up there. And then on this side, I'm just going to try and capture it all so you can see. Plenty of shelving in there. Please excuse, like I say, our stuff. We've packed most of it. And 2 small drawers, but they're not very deep, them drawers, they're quite shallow, so just bear that in mind. So that's a wardrobe there, which we've used for our children. Then you come into the bedroom. So again, behind the door here, we've got another set of wardrobes. So you've got hanging space there. And then on this side, again, another spare duvet at the top for the winter months. And then you've got 3 drawers at the bottom, and you've got a safe. The safe is free to use. You just put a code in. It's really self-explanatory. Some places you have to pay a deposit for the safe, but for here you don't. So that's that. There is a TV on the wall. We've not used it, but it's there if you want it. And then here you've got like a little vanity unit with a stool, and the unit lifts up like that, and that's your mirror there. So if you're used to having something big and fancy at home, this is as big as you're going to get. But there is a space there to obviously plug any electronics in, like curlers, straighteners or whatever. But I have noticed there is no hairdryer. I'm not sure if we're just missing one or if it's hidden somewhere, but I haven't found one yet. I haven't needed to use it because it's been just too hot anyway. Travel cot, so if you've got a baby coming, this is the travel cot. It's got a proper mattress in the bottom. Excuse the mess, obviously it's not been made properly, but it comes with a bottom sheet, so you need to bring your own blankets, which we knew to do. And then here next to the bed, I'm just going to show you the plug fittings here. You've got USB and a normal plug as well, and then these are like reading lights, but they shine outwards. I did try and move it, so I don't know if I'm doing something wrong, but I didn't want to mess with it and break it, but they're quite cool. And obviously you've got switches there so that you don't have to move. I was just checking the drawer to see if the hairdryer was in there, but it's not. But since we've renovated these apartments, I do quite like these features in the bedroom with the little alcoves. They look nice. And there is a ceiling fan and obviously the aircon unit in here, so you can use either or. Again, on that side you've got USB, but I don't think you have a normal plug there. USB though on that side, and a telephone if you need it. Okay, so switch the lights off as I go. So this is obviously where we came in, so we're going to start back here, and then we have got the kitchen, which is just fantastic, especially when you're self-catering like us. Not that I'm doing much cooking, but obviously for the baby I've been making him little bits, and it's just so handy. It's got everything that you need. So I'll just quickly whiz through and just show you. So you've got a full-size fridge freezer. There are some ice cube trays in there, so you can make ice cubes with this tap, which has got a filter, so you can drink the water through this side. Absolutely safe and fine. So you can make ice cubes and obviously drink the water there. Plenty of room in the fridge here. Loads of room. You have got a little integrated dishwasher if you want it. We've not needed to use it. You've then got your coffee machine, and they do provide a couple of filters, a couple of bags of coffee, and I think like a powdered milk and some sugars. But because my husband's a big coffee drinker, we have topped up and bought from the supermarket ourselves. Kettle, toaster, kitchen roll, and there is things like casserole dishes if you're being ambitious and making anything proper, which we're not. Microwave. There is a full-size oven. Your recycling and your bins are in here, and then you've got obviously all your utensils that you could need. And then in here they do provide you with a few bits. You get like a couple of bin bags, dishwasher tablets, pegs, tea towels, all little things like that, cheese grater. Nothing in that drawer. And then here is loads of storage if you want to put any food of your own and stuff. Absolutely loads. And then there's some pans down there. So you cannot go wrong with the storage in this place. I do think it's brilliant. Okay, so there was a little table here if you do want to sit inside. We've not really used it, I've just used it to shove stuff on. Now this would be a sofa, but obviously we've got the two children, so it's a sofa bed. And it is so easy to do. So when you come in, it's still as a sofa, you've got to make it up yourself. But like I say, it is super easy. There are instructions on the wall over here in a little pocket, but I didn't need to use them. You just basically start unfolding it and it just folds out, goes into place, and we just leave it like that the whole time we're here. But if there's only two of you staying and you don't need a sofa bed, you've obviously got lots more room in here to sit and watch the telly if you want to, and a little armchair over there. There's plenty of plug sockets everywhere, so there's one down there, there's one on that side, there's some in the kitchen, and then I'm not sure, yeah, there's some on the wall here, there's 3 there if you need to use them, so plenty of sockets. And then we're going to head outside. So this is our undercover terrace in here. So you get your double washing line there, 2 beds if you want to take them out into the sun, brolly in the corner. In this cupboard here there's a sweeping brush, dustpan, mop and bucket if you need it. We have had to use a sweeping brush constantly with having a little one because we've been feeding him out here and obviously food gets on the floor. And I would say the only problem we've had is that there's ants. So as soon as he drops something, there are ants on it straight away, and we've had to just keep on top of it, keep sweeping up. But I am going to let reception know, but at the end of the day, it's just one of them things. It's not caused us any issues. We just gotta, you know, as soon as you've dropped something, just get it cleaned up as soon as. So a lovely table to sit out here. You can smoke out here. You cannot smoke in the apartment, or else there's a €100 fine if you get caught. But yeah, plenty of people I've seen smoking on the balconies, so it's no problem to smoke out here. And then this terrace out here is just brilliant for the kids. I did request a terrace for the children because our first visit we did have one, and it was brilliant. That was on the other, we stayed on the other side of the complex on our first visit, and it was such a lovely surprise to see this terrace because we didn't expect it. And then this time I came, I did request if we could have one, and although we are on level 1, we've got one here. So when I go out, I will show you actually as I go outside the lift and what sort of, how you can see out where we're set. But yeah, lovely big terrace, and you can take things outside with you, like the beds. Sometimes we've moved this out and sat in the sun if we wanted to have a drink out there. And although there is like a hotel at the back here and there's some bars over there, it does sound quite noisy when you first come in at night, but as soon as like the aircon kicks in and stuff, you don't hear anything, and it's very secure. So what I'm going to do now, because we're going out for our evening meal, I've got a key and lock it so I know that the children are safe in bed. My son's not going to come out here and escape in the middle of the night. It's very, very safe. No one can come in. And then obviously come in, and the way that you lock these doors, you just push and push the handle down, and that's locked. And these are blackout curtains, and honestly there's no light comes in whatsoever. We don't get woken up by the light, we don't get woken up by noise. It's just fantastic. So this apartment is block P, and it's 1-3, so P13, and that's the name of the apartment. So what I'm going to do is just show you whereabouts we are, and I'm going to show you the lift actually, because it's not very big. So if you've got a double buggy or a large wheelchair or anything like that, you're not going to get it in here, and you might want to request like one of the lower ground floors so that you're on a true ground floor. So here's the lift. Like I say, it's not big at all, but I'm not going to get in it. I'm going to take you down the stairs to show you. So you've got this flight of stairs. That sun's very bright now at this time. And you've got this flight of stairs here. So although we've got the ground floor terrace, we're actually up on there. So block P, and there are some on like 0 down there, so that you can get some of these that are true ground floor if you have got, like I say, a large wheelchair or double buggy, or you know, mobility issues and you don't want to get in the lift. Request one of those. So all I did is, in advance, I emailed the hotel, I requested a high chair, a travel cot, and if possible, could we have a terrace for the children to play? And they delivered on all 3. They did say to me that it's not always possible, it's subject to availability. I completely understand, and if they couldn't have done it, I would have understood obviously, but they did. And like I say, the service is always amazing here. I've got no complaints. Like I say, we've been coming a couple of years now and we just love it. And this is just ideal for anyone really, but especially if you've got young children like us, it just caters to all our needs. So final thoughts are that we love this resort, we love the rooms. I'll be absolutely gutted when the time comes that there's too many of us to stay here, but until Romans 2 we'll still be coming back. I do hope you enjoyed this little tour. If you did like the video, would you please give it a thumbs up, and I would be so grateful if you would subscribe to our channel. We're only a small channel, as you can see, and it's free, but it would just really help us out massively. I have got some other vlogs on if you're interested. I do a lot of like everyday family stuff, but thank you so much for watching. See you later.